Good evening. I'm Meredith Mendez, Director of Communications for the school system. Thank you all for being here to honor the St. Tammany Parish Public Schools Students of the Year, Support Employees of the Year, and Substitute of the Year. We will begin tonight with the singing of the National Anthem by Slidell High students Billy Barber, Angel Fisher, and Kaylee Pichon, accompanied by their teacher, John Giroux. If everyone could please stand.
Say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave? Home of the brave.
Thank you very much. You may all be seated. Well, this is a special night because seated here before us are the students and the employees who make our school system so exceptional. I would like to start by recognizing our school board members who are here with us tonight. Board President Robin Mullett, Board Vice President Michael Derman, Elizabeth Heinz, Neil Hennigan, Michael Nation, Willie Jeter, Sharon Lowe Drucker, Ron Betancourt, Bob Womack, Dennis Kuzan, and Mary Kay Belisario. I would also like to recognize our superintendent, Trey Foles, Associate Superintendent Pete Jabbia, Assistant Superintendent Regina Sanford, and Assistant Superintendent Mike Kosey. Now to the real stars of the evening. Let's get started with our Outstanding Support Employees of the Year. These are the people who help our schools support sites, students, and their fellow employees. At the elementary level, we have Joan and Zing from Bayou Woods. Come on up, Joan. Joni, as she is known at school, has been a paraeducator at Bayou Woods for more than 25 years. Joni often spends many extra hours in the classroom reorganizing and brainstorming ideas with the teacher who she works with. She is known for her generous spirit as she and her family sponsor another family at Christmas, providing gifts and food. She also purchases items for children in need at the school and assisted a family after the floods this year. When her children moved up and on from Bayou Woods, Joni stayed put to continue working, volunteering, and donating to her school community. So Joni, thank you for all that you do. From 5th Ward Junior High, the Outstanding School Support Employee is Connie Heck. Connie is a special education paraprofessional and is known for going above and beyond to help her students attain their educational goals. Connie supports the school's Veterans Day program, taking charge of setup and decorations, and she does so with commitment and passion year after year. She also volunteers her time at school sporting events and with several school organizations. Connie is always known for doing the right thing for students and her Fifth Ward family. So congratulations, Connie. At the high school level, the outstanding support employee is Jennifer Crawford from Lakeshore High School. Jennifer is a food service technician working in the school's cafeteria. She is known for her positive attitude no matter what the situation. You see, Jennifer learned earlier this year that she had cancer for a second time. Instead of taking off work, she has been making a point of not to miss work and set an example for her fellow employees with her positive attitude and her daily fight against the disease. She shows up to work with a smile and a can-do attitude, setting standards high and working diligently. She is an inspiration not only to her fellow cafeteria workers, but to everyone at your school. Thank you for your Representing the sites and offices outside of the school, John Cannon is the Support Employee of the Year. John is the computer AV tech and warehouse person at the Educational Center in Covington. In fact, he was the first computer tech in the district through Title I. He started almost 30 years ago working on Superintendent Folse's favorite computer, the Apple IIe. And just like Superintendent Folse, John has kept up with the times and takes it upon himself to make sure he is on top of the newest technology that will help him ensure the Title I inventory is handled seamlessly as possible. John also takes on other duties that fall far outside his job description. He opens and closes the building each and every day, makes sure the flag is in the proper position and proper condition, and he even changes the air conditioner filters on a monthly basis. There's more than I can say at my house. Congratulations, John. All of these employees are dedicated and hardworking, and they keep things running at our schools and support sites. Now, the substitute of the year is someone who has to be able to jump in and help out wherever and whenever needed. And tonight, I'm proud to introduce you to Fontainebleau High School Substitute of the Year, Bill Donaldson. Bill is always ready to help when needed. In fact, at 82 years young, Bill is up and dressed every single morning, having breakfast at a restaurant close to Fontainebleau High, so he can be available at a moment's notice when the school needs a substitute teacher. At the beginning of the year, he stepped in to serve as a long-term sub, teaching Ag Science 1 and 2. And while this isn't his specialty, he took on the role working on daily lesson plans, keeping students interested in the subject, and making a difference in the classroom. Bill is a student and teacher favorite around the campus and known for his life lessons that he shares with everyone. His dedication and lead-by-example attitude earned him the People's Health Champion Award in 2014 when he was featured at a Saints game. And Bill could be very busy every day with his children, grandchildren, and great-grandchildren, but he chooses to share his life with the students and employees of Fontainebleau High, and that's why he was selected as our district's Substitute of the Year. Our next group is our Students of the Year. These are students who excel academically, in extracurricular activities, community service, and well, they just succeed in just about anything that they put their minds to. So let's meet them. At the 5th grade level, Reese Hazard from Chafuncta Middle School, Student of the Year. Reese has been on the A honor roll since preschool. She plays piano, recorder, drums, and the dulcimer, and was named to the District Honor Choir. She also loves being outside and is active in 5 different sports, about 5. In between all of that, she volunteers in the community making cards for the sick and elderly, dog sitting, and helping with charity drives. And Reese, I'm just tired from reading all that you do. So congratulations on being our elementary student of the year. Representing the middle and junior high division is Ananya Kashal from Fontainebleau Junior High. When you first meet Ananya, you can instantly just feel that she is much wiser than her actual age. She is highly motivated in all aspects of her life. She's been recognized for her ACT score that she took in the 7th grade and has above excellent grades. In school, she is a member of the Builders Club, Yearbook Club, Library Club, and the National Junior Honor Society. Outside of school, she is active in 3 sports and numerous hobbies and activities. These include art, music, photography, tutoring, and dance. Ananya practices classical Indian dance and has performed in front of hundreds of people during her performances at UNO and Tulane. She says those events helped her get over stage fright, so being up here is no big deal for her. We are happy to have you represent us St. Tammany Student of the Year, Ananya. And our high school student of the year is Elizabeth McLaughlin from Mandeville High. Elizabeth is also the Regional Student of the Year winner and a state finalist for the title. She excels academically and has offers from numerous prestigious universities across the country. Elizabeth is active in youth and government, including Youth Model United Nations, Youth Legislature, and serving as a delegate for the Conference on National Affairs. That's her academic side. She also loves music and is a violinist and a harpist for the Greater New Orleans Youth Orchestra, North Shore Harp Ensemble, and the North Shore Strings Chamber Orchestra. And yes, the harp is bigger than she is. But there's another side to Elizabeth that I think is really interesting and kind of cool. One of her hobbies is archery, and she is a certified All-American archer. So watch out. On top of that, she's just a really sweet person and has a very kind heart. Elizabeth spent many hours working towards being a State Student of the Year finalist, and I just want to say thank you for all of that hard work and representing St. Tammany so well at the state level. Congratulations. So these are our future leaders and our current wonderful educators. Let's give all of them one more big round of applause. We thank you for your hard work and dedication. I would also like to ask all of the family members here tonight with these people to stand up and be recognized. I know you all have helped these people and young adults up here along with their journey, so thank you for being here tonight. We ask that you please stay and enjoy the food and drinks that we have on the side of the room. I would like to thank Food Service Supervisor Pat Ferris and her staff for preparing all of the delicious food, and I would especially like to thank my staff for making this entire event come together. We will see you all in the boardroom, which is right across the hall for the board meeting that begins at 7 p.m. Thank you.
Good evening. I want to thank you all for being here tonight for our meeting, our school board meeting for April 13th, 2017. Could we have roll call, please, Ms. Coakley? It's okay.
I can't get my mic on. Mr. Hennigan? Here. Mrs. Heights? Here. Mr. Derman? Here. Mr. Luke? Mr. Harrell? Mr. Nation?
Here.
Mr. Jeter?
Here.
Mrs. Seeley?
Here.
Mrs. Drucker? Here. Mr. Bencourt?
Here.
Mr. Womack? Here. Mr. Hersey? Mrs. Mullet?
Present.
Mr. Kuzan. Here. Mrs. Belisario.
Thank you, Mrs. Coakley. Would everyone please rise and join Mr. Womack for the Pledge of Allegiance and the invocation, please?
Let's all bow our heads. Father God, we thank you for this time that we can join together in unity. Lord, we thank you, Father, for the wisdom, Lord Jesus. There's wisdom in many, and we thank you, Lord, that you've commissioned us to be over the young people in this parish to try to make certain that they get a good education. So guide us in what we say and what we do, and let everything we do give you glory. In the name of the Lord Jesus, amen.
Amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you, Mr. Womack.
Yes.
Do we have any school board members that would like to recognize any visitors here tonight? Okay. So we're going to go on to our special recognition, and we have Mr. Foltz.
Thank you. Good evening, Ms. Mullett, board members. Thank everyone for being here tonight. Tonight I have the honor and privilege of introducing our district students of the year. These three students are excellent representatives of our more than 38,000 students across the parish. Tonight, in our fifth grade category, Reese Hazard from Tchefuncte Middle School is our student of the year. Reese serves as a leader in her school as well as a representative for her Student Government Association. She is a caring young woman who frequently tutors her peers and does volunteer work in her community. Reese hopes to use her passion for helping people in the future as she is working towards becoming a dermatologist. Let's learn a little bit more about Reese through a Channel 13 video.
Reese Hazard is a bright, energetic, and well-spoken fifth grader at Tchefuncte Middle School.
Reese is the epitome of success. She is a hardworking student who contributes to our school, very involved, very active. We're very proud of her, and we're glad she's here at Tchefuncte Middle School.
And Reese is glad she's here, too.
It is amazing. The teachers are very, very fun, and they have ways of teaching where you're not bored in class and you're not like, oh my gosh, I just want to fall asleep. You're interested in what they're telling you about, and so you want to learn. You want to come to school.
Along with excelling in the classroom, she's a musician, a dancer, a gymnast, a tutor, and a community volunteer. She's also hitting high notes in the chorus room.
It's fun because I'm with a bunch of different people that enjoy the same thing that I do. Singing just makes me feel happy, and it makes me feel like we're all together doing the same thing and expressing ourselves.
Reese loves to stay active with her family, too.
It is important to be physically active. I know a lot of people that just say they're couch potatoes, and they sit on the couch all day and they just play video games, and it's really not good for your brain, and it's not good for your body.
Her family also inspires her.
One thing I've learned from my parents is to work hard and to never give up, to keep being determined and to never stop what you're doing. You just need to be yourself.
And for Reese, being herself is pretty amazing. It's earned her the title of St. Tammany Parish Student of the Year.
Reese. Reese is here tonight with her mom and dad, her two younger sisters, and her younger brother, and friends and family. They took up the whole front row. I was looking for a seat to sit, and I said, can I sit here? And one of the sisters said, no, this row's for Reese. And I said, okay, I understand. So, and her mom and dad are here, and the whole family, so we thank you all. Her principal, Dr. Mitch Stubbs, is somewhere here as well. Thank you for being here, Mitch. And Reese, congratulations. We are certainly proud of you.
Thank you.
Congratulations. In the middle junior high category tonight, we are honoring Ananya Kashal from Fontainebleau Junior High. Ananya is also a very well-rounded student who's active in numerous clubs, organizations, including the Builders Club and the National Junior Honor Society. Outside of school, she participates in swim, soccer, karate, and dance. She has competed in science and social studies fair at the state level and already has an impressive GPA and resume, but is also striving for more in the future. Take a look at Ananya and her plans with this video.
Ananya Kaushal is a globally focused 8th grader at Fontainebleau Junior High whose commitment to excellence led to her selection as the 2016-2017 Junior High Student of the Year for St. Tammany Parish Public Schools.
It's a very big honor. It shows that I represent one of the top students of the school, not only academically, but also in my service for the community and for the school.
She's a great student. That goes without saying. It's hard to be a student of the year without being one. But you know, she's a kid who's really involved and she's got a big heart.
But Kaushal's success extends far beyond the classroom walls. She's involved in yearbook, music, tennis, art, and various service organizations with the goals of being a well-rounded student and serving others, even those on the other side of the world, while volunteering with an NGO nonprofit in India.
My work for the NGO has helped me definitely see other points of view, how other people live. It's shown me different sides of life, the different perspectives and different cultures, which I love to immerse myself in.
And as Kaushal receives more and more accolades, she credits her parents with guiding her down the right path, leading to her success.
My parents have been a big inspiration in my life and overall support and growth, so I think they've definitely pushed me to be who I am today, and without them I wouldn't.
They're supporting her, but they're not doing things for her. They're setting the standard by which their family interacts with each other and what the expectations are for kids to be involved in school.
Ananya's passion for service and travel has her pondering 2 potential career paths.
I think I might want to be a neuropsychologist when I grow up, or a traveling journalist, because I love to travel.
But for now, she's just focused on finishing up 8th grade and moving on to Fontainebleau High School.
So high school, I plan to maintain a 4.0 GPA all throughout, and I want to be valedictorian of my class.
And if her past is an indication of her future in high school, let's go ahead and put her name on that Optimus Optimorum Award right now. Grant Yenny, Channel 13.
Here tonight with Ananya are her parents. Her mom and dad are here, and her brother as well. And I know Dr. Tim Snyder, principal, is here in the back as well. We're certainly proud of you and look forward to all the many things that you're going to accomplish in the future. Congratulations. Last, and certainly not least, is our 12th grade winner, Elizabeth McLaughlin from Mandeville High School. Elizabeth was also the regional winner and was a state finalist in the Student of the Year competition. She is a leader in her school, participating in numerous clubs, and she serves as a member of my superintendent's advisory panel, and I'm certainly proud of her for that, and certainly got to know her well through that, and she was a huge, huge contributor to our discussions each and every month. She was selected as only one of two students in the entire state of Louisiana to represent our state as a delegate to the United States Senate Youth Program. She also excels in extracurricular activities as a member of the Mandeville High School tennis team. She is a certified All-American archer. She plays the violin, and she is a very talented harpist. Take a look at Channel 13's look of Elizabeth McLaughlin.
For Mandeville High School senior Elizabeth McLaughlin, every day is an opportunity to do something different and amazing to help her school and her community.
I live in a very tenacious, resilient community from Hurricane Katrina to Gustav and historic flooding in August. It's really inspired, made me realize that every act of service is important and resonant. So my community has played a huge role in my high school experience and who I am today.
And who this charismatic, sophisticated student is today is the St. Tammany Parish High School Student of the Year and a finalist at the state level.
To have one of our Mandeville High School students advance on a state competition to compete against other students does speak highly of what we're doing here at Mandeville High School.
As senior class president and president of the MHS Youth and Government, Elizabeth has been able to immerse herself in the democratic process while investing in friendships that extend beyond the classroom.
With Youth in Government, it's not just a political club, it's a family of friends who come together to lift others up and empower them and make them realize what they're passionate about.
Throughout her high school career, Elizabeth has excelled in her studies, leading by example while taking every opportunity to become a positive influence on her peers.
She's really so well-rounded. She's got a great personality, so she gets along with everybody. So I think she's very well respected by her peers, and certainly her teachers love having her in class.
After graduation, the sky's the limit, and Elizabeth, an avid environmentalist, wants to promote change on a global scale.
I ultimately see myself, hopefully, working for the Environmental Law Division of the United Nations and being multilingual. That's a major goal of mine. So I'm really looking forward to years after high school.
I definitely see her involved in some sort of public policy program, whether it be through some nonprofit organization or through government institutions, but I definitely see her changing the world.
Changing the world, starting right here at Mandeville High School. Rhett Sharp, Channel 13.
We are also very proud of Elizabeth. She has her mom and dad are here with her tonight as well. And we're proud to present this to you. And I know we have just heard the beginning of the things that Elizabeth McLaughlin is going to do in her life. And I look forward to all the many things that she is going to accomplish. Congratulations. As we know, our theme this year has been focused on the future, and certainly when you meet these three young ladies and you hear them speak and you see their commitment from their parents and their brothers and sisters and their family members, you know indeed that the future of St. Anthony Parish, the future of the state, and the future of our country is in really good hands. So I congratulate them all. And just one more time, I'm going to ask all the family members to stand up, because we all know there's no way that these students can accomplish what they did without their family members. So family members, please stand up and be recognized. Thank you, Ms. Mullen.
Thank you, Mr. Falls. Congratulations to all three of those wonderful young women. And I know that we will be hearing many more beautiful, wonderful stories and reading about all three of you for many years to come. Congratulations. Do we have any other comments from board members? Okay. Next, we have Outstanding Support Employee of the Year Award. And we have Ms. Niehaus to make remarks.
Good evening. Tonight I have the honor of presenting to you our employees who have been selected as the St. Tammany Parish Public Schools Outstanding Support Employees of the Year. Each year, our schools and our office sites nominate an employee for this distinction. This person is recognized for going above and beyond their day-to-day responsibilities, exhibiting leadership, dedication, and commitment. These individuals contribute greatly to our school system, our communities, and truly inspire their colleagues. Our first recipient is Ms. Joan Enzing, who represents the elementary division. Joni, as she is affectionately known, is a special ed paraprofessional at Bayou Woods. Her teachers appreciate her collaborative efforts with lesson ideas, her ability to problem solve and identify ways to assist students with specific needs. Ms. Enzing spends hours organizing the classroom, including the arrangement of learning centers. She has donated items for the classroom on many occasions and has purchased clothes, shoes, and school supplies for children in need. Ms. Enzing's dedication goes far beyond the classroom. Each year, she and her family sponsor a Family for Christmas, providing gifts and food. Since her adult children attended Bayou Woods Elementary, Ms. Enzing has been a spokesperson in the community, sharing good news about our schools. As the school celebrated its 30th anniversary, she networked with several alumni and organized their participation in some activities. Ms. Enzing is truly devoted to Bayou Woods, her students, and her community. She definitely leads by example. I would like to acknowledge Ms. Joan Enzing for this award. you. Our middle school, junior high support employee of the year is Miss Connie Heck. Connie is a special education para at Fifth Ward, where she devotes her time not only to her students and teachers, but also to the Fifth Ward community. Ms. Heck works diligently to provide supports to students who have specific needs and who are faced with academic challenges. Her detailed record keeping and documentation are essential components of tracking student progress and developing student goals. Connie works relentlessly to provide remediation support to ensure students have a solid foundation to build their success. She works well in group settings and works individually with students to reinforce lessons. She offers additional support for her students by creating at-a-glance reference materials and carrying basic school supplies with her when moving from classroom to classroom, just in case a student is in need. She's always thinking of others. Ms. Heck is willing to devote her time outside of her classroom responsibilities as well. For numerous years, she's been involved with Fifth Ward's Veterans Day program, designing the set layout, decorations, and working with the technology coordinator to provide the best for this event. She volunteers at sporting events, chaperones field trips and dances, and works closely with the school's ELF Outlet program, sponsored by the National Honor Society. She is dedicated to the success of these programs and displays a positive approach when establishing schedules, collaborating with others, and ensuring the event goals are met. Connie does not hesitate when called upon. She approaches each opportunity with professionalism and a positivity that is contagious to those around her. I am pleased to present Ms. Heck with this recognition. Ms. Jennifer Crawford at Lakeshore High School is truly representative of a can-do approach. As a lunchroom technician and part of the school food service team at Lakeshore, Ms. Crawford has displayed a resolve that has inspired her coworkers, students, and her administration. While faced with a serious health challenge, Jennifer remains dedicated to her work responsibilities and has kept her schedule with minimal disruption. She has undergone treatment, rarely missing a day of work. Her commitment and fight has positively affected the attendance and attitudes of her team members. In facing her personal adversities, Jennifer has inspired others around her to do the same. She has touched the lives of her coworkers so much that when she lost her hair, they all wore head wraps to support Jennifer in her battle. Her ability to build such strong relationships is commendable. Jennifer does this not only through her dedication at work, but with her commitment to her community as well. She's been a member of the PTA for several years and serves on the Baseball Booster Club at Pearl River. Ms. Jennifer Crawford's strong work ethic and strong resolve make her well deserving of this recognition. We're so fortunate to have so many extraordinary employees in our district, in our schools, and in our offices. Mr. John Cannon is a computer, AV tech, and warehouseman at our educational center. He is being recognized as our Site Support Employee of the Year. John was the first computer tech in our school system, starting with Title I almost 30 years ago. He maintains accurate records of the entire Title I equipment inventory, receiving, tagging, distribution, and the collecting of new and used equipment for our schools. He has set up over 15 My Reading Coach networks, providing training, tutoring, and support for the use of the program. During district-wide testing, John is responsible for delivering and collecting testing material. He does so proficiently on a very tight delivery schedule. John does a good job leading personnel at the Ed Center, as well as following directives. Because of his knowledge of procedures in place, He is able to make decisions and follow through with the next step in solving problems. He is very well versed in so many operations and aspects of the Ed Center that he is able to recognize issues before they become dilemmas. John knows the annual schedule of things that need to be done, and he just gets them done. His organizational skills are evident in the calendar he created to ensure that testing materials and special IT runs have priority when scheduling his inventory duties. John developed routing slips not only for technology deliveries, but for all deliveries from the Ed Center. He has many great ideas on how to make jobs run smoothly, boost productivity, and automate the majority of tasks associated with the Title I inventory. In addition to his day-to-day responsibilities, John takes pride in maintaining the American flag at the Ed Center, adhering to all of the guidelines and protocols for properly displaying our flag. He opens and closes the building and is willing to assist with any task in between. John has literally moved every piece of furniture in the building. He sets up for meetings, new teacher induction, and other district-sponsored events. He makes himself available to help with the preparation needed for professional development and is eager to be involved in any way necessary. John has established a strong rapport with the employees based at the Ed Center. He is dedicated to our system and valued by his colleagues. I'm happy to present Mr. John Cannon with this recognition.
Thank you, Ms. Niehaus. I'd like to say thank you to all our support personnel that have been honored here tonight. Thank you for your service and your dedication to our schools, to our students, and to St. Tammany Parish. It truly makes a difference in so many people's lives, so thank you. Next, we have the Substitute of the Year Award. So we have Miss Alexis will make that presentation.
Good evening.
Good evening.
I have the pleasure this evening of presenting our District Substitute of the Year Award. Each of our schools nominated a substitute, and a committee met to determine a district winner, and I'm happy to announce this evening that our winner is Mr. William Donaldson of Fontainebleau High School. Mr. Donaldson is 82 years young and has been a very active substitute. I believe he may have only missed maybe 1 or 2 days this entire school year. His attendance records as of this week were close to 1,200 substitute days since he got on the substitute list, 147 of those just this year. While also being a day-to-day substitute, he is a motivator for the Fontainebleau High football team. Every Friday evening before a football game, he meets with the players and he gives them words of encouragement and shares some wisdom and some advice with them. Throughout his experience as a substitute, he also makes sure that he shares his 5 disciplines. And I'm gonna see if I can do it right, Mr. Donaldson. We've got no drinking, no smoking, no drugs, 8 hours of sleep, and then the discipline to do all 4 of those. He encourages students to become the best people that they can be, and he leads by example with always exemplifying a positive attitude. He says that his goal every day is to be a role model to these students. And while some older people may decide that life, is close to the end, he says he chooses to live his life to make a difference every day. So it is my honor to recognize Mr. Donaldson as our Substitute of the Year.
Thank you, Ms. Alexis, and thank you, Mr. Donaldson. Do I have any comments from board members? Okay, we're going to be moving right along. We have Mr. DeRoos is going to tell us about our Lakeshore High School Girls Soccer State Champions.
Thank you, Mrs. Mullet. Good evening, board members, Superintendent Foles. Tonight's my honor to highlight and congratulate Lakeshore High School Girls Soccer Team. On Thursday, February 23rd, 2017, under the guidance of head coach Wes Leake and assistant coaches Leslie Paulson and Marcy Jones, the Lakeshore High School girls soccer team defeated St. Thomas More in the 2017 All-State Sugar Bowl Louisiana High School Athletic Association Division II State Championship at Tad Gormley Stadium. The Lakeshore High School girls soccer team put together an impressive record of 17-2-4. The championship match, after playing to a scoreless tie during regulation, plus 2 scoreless 10-minute overtime periods, in addition to 2 more scoreless 5-minute golden overtime periods, they finally got to the penalty kick stage. And it was there where Caitlin Moore's stop on St. Thomas More's 6th penalty kick set the stage for Jamie Knight, and her game-winning penalty kick clinched the state title. The Titans defeated the top seed St. Thomas More Cougars 5-4 on penalty kicks. Goalkeeper Caitlin Moore was chosen Division II Championship Match MVP. The Lakeshore High School girls soccer team has been knocking on the door of the state championship since their first season. In 2010 and 11, they reached the quarterfinals since 2010 and 11, reaching quarterfinals for 4 years in a row, then the semifinals in 2015, and then the last 2 seasons in the finals. This marks the first state championship for Lakeshore High School in the school's history, in their school's short history. Channel 13 has put together a video, and I'd like to share it with you at this time.
We're there for each other.
But you should be playing for the person that's next to you.
Excellence in soccer continued at Lakeshore in 2017 as the Lady Titans made it to the Division II title game for the 2nd year in a row, this time taking on top-seeded St. Thomas More. After 110 minutes of play, the score remained tied at 0 in a defensive battle. The match would go to penalty kick. After 10 PKs, the score was still tied. STM's Kate David was up, and Lady Titan keeper Caitlin Moore came through big, blocking David's shot. It was once again Lakeshore's turn, and the opportunity for Lakeshore to walk away state champions rested on sophomore Jamie Knight. This team went farther than any team in the school's young history, winning the first ever team state championship for Lakeshore. Head coach Wes Leake couldn't be prouder of his girls.
Awesome to have the first state championship brought to Lakeshore.
And the MVP of the match agrees.
Yes, we are a young school, but I know that we have worked so hard for this and we deserve it.
Grant Yenny, Channel 13.
And now it's with tremendous pride that I ask Coach Wes Leake to come to the podium and introduce the state champions and say a few words. Also, I'd like Mr. Foles to please join us at the podium to hand out some goodie bags, as well as take a picture with the participants.
Okay, first off, just want to say thank you to Mr. DeRoos and to Mr. Foles and all the board members here. It truly is an amazing year when you have a team like this with these girls that have, they have the common goal to try to see if they can fight and get to the state championship again. So it just makes them hungry. And the thing that is really kind of sets them apart from the past teams that I've been able to coach is that they formed this bond where it was more of a family, it was a sisterhood, So that I find is the main ingredient, which is why this team does so well, is because they believe in each other. The person that's next to them is who they play for. They don't play for just the coach or just for the school. They look at each other, and that's the real reason, that they're trying to see if they can fight to these games. But I can't say enough about this team. They have an impressive record, as we talked about, But having that ultimate goal of getting to the state championship again and going through that video and watching it again, going through 110 minutes of playing soccer and then going through 9 PKs to win the game is really outstanding. So we appreciate this recognition. This is, I've never been a part of that. So for a girls soccer team to be recognized in front of St. Tammany Parish School Board, that's outstanding. So we appreciate that. I'd also like to thank our principal, Mr. Munson, and our AD, Andrew Knock. They're always supporting our athletic programs, but we had, on the day that we went out for our championship game, the whole school, okay, the faculty and staff and all the student body came out and gave us a parade as we were pulling off. So, and I can't say enough about Mr. Munson for doing that for the girls and how that made them feel going into the match. So we appreciate that. Thank you. All right. Start here. All right. Emily Riddell, come on up. Shannon Rousseau. Sarah. Blair. Lily. Jamie Raines. Megan. Presley. Sophia. Jordan. Mary Catherine. That's all that sign. Anybody else? No? Okay. Tracy Tipper. Percy. Gabby. Abby. Sabina. Grace. Caitlin. Lauren. Jamie Knight. Miranda. And Jada Wall. Thank you, Mr. Foltz. Appreciate it. Thank you. We have 2 more that couldn't make it. Serena, yes.
We got 2 more bags.
Yeah, perfect. There you go. I appreciate that. I also like to thank my assistant coaches, Macy Jones and Leslie Paulson. They do a fantastic job
Why don't
for the
they
girls as
stand
well.
up?
If you guys could stand up and be recognized as well. Thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Mr. Smollett, I know Coach and Kevin talked about the principal, Christian Munson, but I just want to say a special thank you to him. We all know that each of our schools only go as far as the principals and the leadership that they have. And if you've been to Lakeshore High School, even though it's a relatively new school, there is not a school in this system that has more school spirit and more pride in their school, in their teachers, in their staff, and each other than any school in this parish. So I'm proud of Christian and the job he's done, and I'm certainly proud of these young ladies as well for how they've represented their school and our school system. So congratulations to each of you.
Absolutely.
Thank you, Coach Lee, Mr. Foles. The state championship, obviously comes, it's an effort on the part of so many people, and we talked about that as well, the coach, his staff, his students, but it's also the parents who put in many, many hours of supporting the team. Yes. Parents, please stand up and be recognized for your effort. And of course, Mr. Foles touched on this as well. The program has tremendous support from Lakeshore High School School Administration. We do have Principal Christian Munson as well as his athletic director, Mr. Andrew Knox. If y'all could stand. You brought the trophy. Yes. I told him don't forget the trophy because I didn't want to. Again, thank you all, and let's just give one more big round of applause for our state team. Now, at this time, I'd like, we have a resolution that will be read by Board Member Mr. Willie Jeter.
Mr. Jeter.
Thank you. Congratulations, and on behalf of the St. Tammany Parish School Board, the administration, it is my pleasure to offer this resolution. Whereas the Lakeshore High School girls soccer team won their first state title, winning the 2017 All-State Sugar Bowl Louisiana Division II Girls Soccer Championship by defeating St. Thomas More of Lafayette, Louisiana. I knew I was going to say St. Tammany. Whereas the Lady Titans finished the season with an outstanding 19-2-4 record and the first team state championship at Lakeshore High School in Lakeshore High School history. And whereas the Lakeshore High School girls soccer team has been in pursuit of the state championship since their inaugural season in 2010, with this being the second consecutive trip to the state championship match and the second straight year the Lady Titans held off St. Thomas More in penalty kicks in the postseason. And whereas head coach Wes Leake, assistant coaches Leslie Paulson and Macy Jones, and the Lakeshore High School principal Christian Monson provided outstanding leadership to all-around great team that worked together and prepared for the title game all season long. Whereas the members of the Lakeshore High School soccer team have demonstrated teamwork, sportsmanship, and character, which have brought pride to their team, the families, Lakeshore High School, and the St. Tammany Parish Public School System. Now, it therefore be resolved that the members of the St. Tammany Parish School Board acknowledge and congratulate Lakeshore High School's 2017 Louisiana Division II State Girls Soccer Championship team and coaches. Be it further resolved that this resolution be spread upon the official minutes of the board, with a copy being sent to all schools within the school system to post as a sign of congratulations to Lakeshore High School. And I so move.
Oh, wonderful. Okay, we have a moved by Mr. Jeter and an unanimous second by all of us. Any comments from board members? Comments or questions from the public? Seeing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstain? So ordered. Thank you. I would just like to say one last congratulations to the students of the year. Thank you for the the support employee and the substitute, and congratulations to the girls soccer team. I thank y'all all for coming out tonight, and I know y'all have school tomorrow, so y'all are. Oh, that's right. No, that's right. No school tomorrow. Ah, wait. I think that's on my president's announcements. Thank you, Mr. Foles. Okay, well then,
Everyone can stay.
everyone can stay. No, we thank y'all very, very much. Okay. Moving on. Thank you. Moving on for public comments. We had no one for 5 or 3 minutes. Approval of the minutes for the special meeting held March 14th, 2017. Do I have a motion?
Second.
Okay, I have a motion by Mr. Durman, seconded by Ms. Seeley. Any questions or comments from board members? Comments from the public? All those in favor? Opposed? Abstain? So ordered. Oh, I'm sorry. Abstain. I apologize, Ms. Belisario. Okay. Approval of the minutes for the regular meeting held March 16, 2017. A motion? Ms. Drucker?
Second.
Second, Ms. Seeley. Any questions or comments from board members? Comments from the public? All those in favor?
Aye.
Abstained? Opposed? Abstained? So ordered. Approval of the minutes for the special board meeting held March 16th, 2017. Do I have a motion?
Moved.
Second.
Okay, made by Ms. Seeley, seconded by Mr. Jeter. Any questions from board members? Comments from the public? All those in favor? Opposed? Abstained? One abstention. Mr. Nation? So ordered. Appropriate retirement resolution for the following certificated personnel subsequent to March 16th, 2017. Mr. Jabbia.
Thank you, Ms. Mullet. Shirley L. Priestley, Little Oak Middle, 40.27 years, 22.71 years in St. Tammany Parish. Sharon W. Smetherman, Pearl River High, 39.62 years, 9.17 years in St. Tammany Parish.
Okay, got a motion from Ms. Heinz. Seconded from Ms. Drucker. Any questions from board members? Comments from the public? All in favor? Opposed? Abstained? So ordered. Appropriate resolution, retirement resolution for the following non-certified personnel subsequent to March 16th, 2017. Mr. Jabbia.
Cynthia A. Williams, Bayou Woods Elementary, 10.24 years, all in St. Tammany Parish. Elvia T. Heinz, Covington Elementary, 13.55 years, all in St. Tammany Parish. Cornelia D. Cyprian, Slidell High, 19.79 years, all in St. Tammany Parish.
Motion was made by Mrs. Heinz, seconded by Mr. Durman. Any questions or comments from board members? Comments from the public? All those in favor? Aye. Opposed? Abstained? So ordered. Thank you, Mr. Jabbia. I appreciate that. Approval of recommendations from the committee as a whole, Business Affairs and Administrative meeting held April 6, 2017. Mr. Nation.
Thank you, President Mullet. We have 8 recommendations for the board's consideration tonight. First is recommends authorization for Superintendent Foles and/or Board President Mullet to purchase property located at 221 Stone Road, Slidell, Louisiana, 70458. And I so move.
Second.
Okay, Mr. Nation made the motion. Mr. Jeter seconded. Any questions or comments from board members? Comments from the public? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstain? So ordered.
Recommendation 2 is acceptance of the district handbook for students and parents for the 2017-2018 school year, and I so move.
Okay, Mr. Nation made that motion, seconded by Ms. Seeley. Any questions or comments from board members? Comments from the public? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstain? So ordered.
Okay. Recommendation 3 is acceptance of school board policy section B and C, and I so move.
Mr. Nation made the motion, seconded by Mrs. Drucker. Any questions or comments from board members? Comments from the public? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstained? So ordered.
Recommendation 4 is to accept the low base bid submitted by Leon Lowe and Sons Incorporated in the amount of $207,483 for the construction of a parking lot at Alton Elementary School, STPPS project number P0139.
Okay, motion by Mr. Kuzan, seconded by Ms. Seeley. Any comments from board members? Comments from the public? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstain? So ordered.
Okay. Recommendation 5 is to accept the low base bids submitted by Fishers Incorporated in the amount of $89,900 for the gymnasium and 200 wing roof recoating at Lyon Elementary School, STPSB project number R0010.
I have that motion by Mr. Derman, seconded by Ms. Heinz. Comments from board members? Comments from the public? All those in favor? Opposed? Abstain? So ordered.
Recommendation 6 is to accept the low base quote submitted by Steel Arm Development LLC in the amount of $129,390 for the gymnasium repairs at Florida Avenue Elementary School, STPSB project number P0132.
I'll second that. Motion by Mr. Kuzan, seconded by myself. Any comments or questions from board members? From the public? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstained? So ordered.
Number 7 recommends acceptance of the low base quote submitted by Certified Roofing and Sheet Metal LLC in the amount of $64,140 for the metal roof coating and gutters at Bayou Woods Elementary School, STPSB project number R0017.
Okay, I got a motion by Mr. Womack, seconded by Ms. Seeley. Questions or comments from board members, from the public? All those in favor? Opposed? Abstained? So ordered.
And our final recommendation is to accept the low base quote submitted by iBoss Roofing Company in the amount of $53,825 for the choir building roof replacement at William Pitcher Junior High School, STPSB project number R0016.
All right, that motion by Mrs. Heinz, seconded by Mr. Derman. Any questions from board members? Comments from the public? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstained? So ordered.
And that concludes our report.
Thank you, Mr. Nation.
You're welcome.
A lot of work being done. Okay, next on the agenda is a special recognition, special resolution, and we have remarks by Mr. Nation. Mr. Nation.
Thank you, Board President Mullet, and fellow board members. I'd like to introduce this resolution for our consideration tonight. Whereas Louisiana Board of Elementary and Secondary Education, Bessie Representative James Jim Garvey, who serves District 1, including all of St. Tammany Parish, in a public meeting of the same board on March 29th, 2017, stated that he and the other members of the Bessie have been, quote, lying to parents, unquote, about the public school accountability system that Bessie mandated all public school districts use. And whereas this accountability system that was publicly deemed a, quote, lie by a Bessie member, Mr. Garvey, was developed by State Superintendent of Education John White, who was appointed by by Jim Garvey and other Bessie members. And whereas Mr. Garvey voted for and has actively promoted this accountability system as late as 2016 when he touted its successes in his bid to be reelected to Bessie. And whereas if the current accountability system developed by Superintendent White is termed a, quote, lie, as publicly stated by Bessie Representative Mr. Garvey, then the St. Tammany Parish School Board can only conclude that the new Louisiana plan for the Every Student Succeeds Act, ESSA, also developed by Superintendent White and his staff and rushed for approval by Bessie members, including Mr. Garvey, would be highly questionable. And whereas despite widespread requests for delay from education professionals throughout the state, including numerous school board members, the Louisiana School Board Association, LSBA, the Louisiana Association of School Superintendents, LASS, and the Louisiana Association of Principals, LAP, the state prematurely submitted to the U.S. Department of Education Louisiana's plan for ESSA, which was formed on the basis of the highly questionable accountability system that Mr. Garvey publicly called a lie to parents. And whereas the St. Tammany Parish School Board sadly concludes that there is an irreparable breach of trust between the St. Tammany Parish School Board, many educational professionals, school boards across the state, and Mr. Garvey, as demonstrated by his own public admission. Now therefore be it resolved that if Mr. Garvey truly stands behind his statement that the current Louisiana accountability system that he has supported for several years is, quote, a lie to parents, then this board believes that Mr. Garvey should take responsibility for these actions by resigning his Bessie position and any other individual involved in developing this flawed and inferior accountability system that was mandated upon all Louisiana public school systems. And be it further resolved that the St. Tammany Parish School Board ask Mr. Garvey to appear in a public forum at a time and location of the board's choosing to explain his actions for supporting this flawed accountability system for so long. And be it finally resolved that this resolution be spread upon the official minutes of this board, with copies being sent to Jim Garvey, Bessie District 1 Representative, all Bessie members, State Superintendent of Education John White, LSBA Executive Director Scott Richard, LASS President Superintendent Hollis Milton, and LAP Executive Director Deborah Schum. And I so move.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion by Mr. Nation, and that was seconded by Mr. Jeter. Do we have any comments from board members? Mr. Nation?
Thank you, President Mullet. I introduced this resolution, fellow board members, not gladly. I was absolutely flabbergasted when I read in the morning paper recently that our Bessie representative, Jim Garvey, stated in that meeting of the board that, quote, we've been lying to parents, end quote. And speaking about the public school accountability system, and I later watched the video of the meeting posted to Bessie's YouTube channel, where I heard what I could only describe, or what I can only describe, as disdain in his voice, that Mr. Garvey state further that he knew that schools here would no doubt be rated, here as in Louisiana, would be no doubt rated lower in other states with what he described as more rigorous accountability systems. This lie, as he repeatedly called the accountability system, with its false letter grades, as he described them, was a system that he not only voted for, but he actively promoted as a Bessie member and as Bessie president, and whose successes I personally witnessed him tout with another hat that I wear when he sought re-election. Laid before this board tonight is at its heart a very simple resolution. This resolution, if adopted, will express this board's vote of no confidence in Mr. Garvey's ability to represent the best interest of the parents, children, and educators in this parish and other parishes in this Bessie district. This resolution is not about accountability systems. It's not about letter grades for schools. This resolution is about the ability to trust our elected officials. You see, lying involves active deceit. It involves actively deceiving others. And frankly, board members, fellow board members, I'm just simply confused, and I'm at a total loss as to why our representative, Mr. Garvey, would actively deceive those he is elected to serve. But by his own words, this is what he and other members of the Bessie have done. And so it's, as I said at the outset, a sad thing that we have to do, that I do, but I believe it's necessary to hold him to account for what he has done. What we do is more than what we say. What we do have consequences, as we all know on this board. We affect the lives, we 15 folks affect the lives of very real people each and every day, people that won't simply go to work, do their job, and come home and enjoy family and friends. Mr. Garvey would be wise to remember that he and other members of the Bessie Board also affect the lives of very real people with the actions they take. So I ask for this board's favorable consideration of this resolution. I hope we can get a unanimous vote on this tonight. And President Mullet, I yield back the floor.
Thank you, Mr. Nation. Do I have any other comments from board members?
Well, I'm in agreement with him that we should have a unanimous second by board members on this due to the gravity of it. What he said is completely factual. Why would he admit Mr. Nation openly without lying to the public? Do you have any thoughts on that?
Thank you, Mr. Womack. I wouldn't begin to speculate, but that's a question certainly that needs to be posed to Mr. Garvey, and I hope that he would answer your question, which is a very legitimate question, to all of us, and not just to this board, but to all the voters in his district.
Well, I do believe that there needs to be a meeting held with him at the board's choosing, as you said, for accountability in this thing, to answer the charges. And I move that we set a date for that meeting for accountability and hear what he has to say.
Will we have one motion on the table right now?
Thank you, Mr. Womack.
Thank you, Mr. Womack. Any other, Mr. Durman?
I just got a question, not to the content of the resolution, but I guess to who we may forward a copy of this resolution to. And I know that with the legislature being in session right now, with some of the items that may be under consideration, as far as funding, the MFP, I don't know why we don't add the governor in both houses to this as well. I mean, if we're sending it out and if it passes.
Where's my counsel?
Again, I accept that as a friendly amendment.
Okay. And, okay, so we can put that as a friendly amendment. Yes, we can, Mr. Durman. Are there any other comments or questions from board members? Any other?
Yeah,
Oh, yes, Mr.
I said
Jeter.
I wasn't. But the key, well, I'm going to say it anyway. The key word is lie and deceit for gains for him as far as I'm concerned. I've had the opportunity to spend some time with him. And if you're going to lie and you're going to be deceitful and you're going to represent the 38,000 and all the other thousands of students that's in our public school system, then you ought to be able to stand up if there's something going wrong and stop it from going on and not allow it to continue over and over and over again. And then when it's all said and done, stand up and say you were lying to the parents. Don't ask me what I want to say to him, because if he was here, I'd tell it to his face. He's lied, deceitful. You got my vote. Where you want to send it to? No, we don't want to send it to Washington, D.C., but we'll send it somewhere. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Jeter.
Thank
Are
you,
there
Mr.
any-
Jeter.
Thank you. Are there any other comments from board members? Any comments from the public?
I do have one last comment.
Yes, Mr.
And it's just a thank you. I do want to thank President Mullet and Mrs. Belisario for the collaborative effort on the wording of the resolution, so I appreciate y'all's help with that.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Comments from the public?
For stepping out with this, and if there's anything we can do to help, we'll be more than glad to help you. Thank you.
Thank you. Any other comments from the public? Okay, seeing none. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstain? So ordered. Okay. Thank you, Mr. Nation. Thank you. Okay, certification of board members. Neil M. Hennigan, Elizabeth B. Heinz, Michael J. Derman, Stephen J. Jack Loop III, Michael C. Nation, Willie B. Jeter, Sharon Lowe Drucker, Ronald Ron Betancourt, Robert R. Bob Womack, Richard Ricky Hershey Jr., Robin P. Mullet, Dennis S. Kuzan, and Mary Kay Belisario in completion of 1 hour of training for 2017 presented on April 6, 2017 as mandated by the Louisiana Revised Statute 17:53. Mr. Fultz.
Thank you, Ms. Mullet. Do hereby certify that the above-named school board members did indeed receive the training as presented on April 6, 2017.
Thank you, Mr. Fultz. Okay, we have a few announcements. School will be closed tomorrow. Sorry, I was watching grandchildren all week, and it just, my brain's not here.
Should have seen the look on all the staff members when you said that.
It will be closed from April 14th through the 21st for spring Easter break. Central office sites will be closed Friday, April 14th, and Monday, April 17th for the break. High school graduations will be held May 3rd, Wednesday, May 3rd through Tuesday, May 9th. A list of graduation dates are in your packets tonight, board members. Please RSVP to the schools if you will be attending the graduations. Committee as a whole meeting for May will be held Thursday, May 11th. Okay, so make sure you put that on your calendar. That's a little bit of change. And no further business. I hope everyone has a wonderful, wonderful holiday, and meeting is adjourned. Oh, we do have okay, I'm sorry. I have a 4-month-old grandson that my husband is watching for me right now, and I'm just thinking he's probably screaming. Okay, I'm sorry. Yeah, executive session? Okay. Who seconded that? Oh, Mr. Nation seconded that. Okay. Mr. Derman made the motion. Mr. Nation seconded. Comments or questions from board members? Comments from the public? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstain? We are going to be in executive session. We'll have a 5-minute recess, and we'll come right back. Thank you.